Hi, it's John Bradbury here again, and in this short video I'm just going to talk about setting goals and building trust. This is a slightly different subject in the goal setting area, but it's still part of Module 1. And it's a different sort of goal that's built into this course, and that's building trust. And there is an ongoing goal of building trust as a leader, and it's something that I think we need to consider all the time in all our interactions is looking at every interaction as an opportunity to build trust. And in the next slide, we're going to look at the trust equation, which is a really good way of of describing how to build trust. There is a PDF download of the trust equation in the resources section of the first module. And trust, the reason why we're looking at this in particular is that trust is essential for effective leadership. And all those interactions that you have with people on the team, you're either contributing to the trust bank account or you're taking trust out of that account. And you don't want to be taking trust out of the account at all if possible. So one starting point is something I've already touched on in previous videos, is that committing to always treating everyone with dignity and respect is a great starting point for trust building. And this includes challenging anyone who doesn't treat you that way. In other words, you are not going to accept team members who don't treat each other with dignity and respect. And that's one way of starting to build trust. So here's the trust equation. And it's quite a lot in this, but what we're saying here is that trust is a combination. Trust is built with a combination of credibility, reliability, and authenticity, and that's divided by self-centeredness. So in other words, the more self-centered you are, the lower the trust. And someone said to me that you could say that self-centered could be to the power of 10, because whenever you have a self-centered behavior, it burns trust very quickly. So it's almost like it's more powerful in a negative way than the top above the line behaviors. But if we look at credibility, so in your role as a frontline leader, you no doubt will have some technical expertise, or you may be a specialist in some area, or maybe you're becoming a leadership specialist. And so what we mean by contextual awareness here is that you're understanding what this team is doing, the bigger picture, why this team that you lead is important, where it sits in the big scheme of things. So you've got this awareness of the bigger picture, and you probably, because of the fact that you're talking with your manager and more senior people in the organization, you have some strategic insight into where the business is going. You have some sector knowledge of the sector that you're working in, and you're probably picking up some business savvy about the bigger picture again, how the business operates and how the different parts work together. So these all give you credibility as the leader. And gravitas is something that people sometimes ask me about. Gravitas is about being taken seriously as a serious operator. And one of the ways that you can build gravitas is to always take yourself seriously and to take others seriously, and not to undermine or joke or put down anybody, and not to have humor at your own expense, if you like. I mean, that can be funny, but in the workplace, laughing at yourself is maybe not such a good idea when you're in a frontline leadership position. I think it's better to have gravitas and to take yourself seriously and take everyone else on the team seriously. And then when you do that, business will get done, basically. And obviously integrity, you want to be a person of integrity who is honest and does what they say they're going to do. All those things are very powerful for building trust. So there's a lot to think about there under credibility. You can probably look at that and find ways to build your credibility. And it might not be a quick fix, this. Credibility is something that we build over time by being consistent. Now, reliability, exercising the mandate with accountability. So this is, exercising basically what the business expects you to do as a team and you to do as a frontline leader. So you are taking those expectations that the business places on you very seriously, and you're taking action to make those happen, to meet those expectations, and you're holding team members accountable and holding yourself accountable. So if you do that consistently, then you appear as a very reliable leader. And if you're doing that consistently, you're going to be someone who's committed and conscientious in all likelihood, and having an attention to all the detail that's going on in your team, and then understanding what that mandate is and explaining it to the team members so they understand what it is that is expected of them and the team by the business. What is the business looking for from you as a group of people? That's the mandate that you're operating under, and understanding that and explaining that to the team is another way of demonstrating your reliability as someone. And again, that sort of speaks to gravitas as well, taking you seriously. And then under authenticity, we've got this is slightly different, as of being vulnerable to admit you don't know something. So there's an aspect of honesty in that, rather than pretending you do know something that you don't know. People will see through that. Just admit when you don't know something. And then listening is skills we're going to look at in a module that's coming up. But continually developing your listening skills is a way to be very authentic with team members. And if team members experience you, the frontline leader, as someone who listens to them, then that will definitely build trust. Always be honest, and then being transparent about failures and risks. So you're being a realist. You're being realistic about what's going on in the team and what you're trying to achieve, and you appreciate the difference between team members. You understand that we're not robots. Where there are differences in the team. some people respond to one way of being motivated. Others need a bit more encouragement, perhaps. So understanding those little nuances between different people means that you can be authentic with everyone on the team by understanding them, and you can make, when you understand people at a deeper level, you're able to make connection and be empathetic with people on the team. So there's a sort of emotional intelligence that goes with authenticity, and demonstrating that is a powerful way to build trust, because you're showing that you understand the people. So then if we just go below the line and look at self-centeredness, so these are all pretty in-your-face negative behaviors, basically bullying, backstabbing. They're all listed there. So have a look through that list and just be aware that any of those are going to burn trust and burn bridges with team members. So you never want to be caught with any of those sort of negative behaviors as a leader, and even a slight tendency to any of these is something that you want to work on. If you recognize any of these in your own behavior, then you definitely want to work on these to eliminate them. So hopefully this is a lot of information in here, but this is a great equation, because it gives you ways to think about how you can build trust. And you can deliberately do some of these behaviors, and so as a way to make deposits in the trust account with the team. That would be a very useful time to spend on that. So here's a slide. Just the only three things that matter in this program are to do the work and follow the program, and to make a commitment to develop yourself, and to work with your team to deliver results. So, and I've got a quote for you here at the bottom. You'll be tempted to do anything other than the work of developing your leadership skills. What I'm saying is keep it simple and execute on these three things daily, because then the reason I'm saying that is that I know from experience that in a frontline leader role, it's very easy to get distracted, because there's so many things going on when you're a frontline leader. There's so many things to take care of, and then you can delay doing the work on your own development. But trust me, if you put the effort into this program, and it's not going to take a huge amount of time, but if you put the effort in, it's going to pay dividends. You're going to learn things that become part of your way of operating that make you a much more effective leader. So yeah, I highly recommend doing the work and getting the results. So let's get started on your evolution. And the actions coming out of this video are to share your weekly goals in the school group under the goal heading. Print out the trust equation in the resources section and use it as a reminder of the long-term goals in this course of building trust. And print out the 3 things that matter PDF in the resources section of module 1 and use that as a reminder to stay focused on your development every day until you've got through the program. And again, just use any support that you need. Ask for support if you need it in the group. It'll be there. You can talk to me. We're all about helping everyone win as they go through this program, and that's the end of this video and the end of module 1. And I'll see you in module 2, or at one. I'll see you at one of the weekly group coaching calls. Hopefully, speak soon.